Right, so using my Cafelat, I'm going to make myself a decaf espresso. So off camera, I have just ground the coffee. Yes, smells lovely. It is Coffee Works caramel fudge sugarcane process decaf Columbia. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to put some water in the kettle, fresh water. But I won't going to boil it till the very last minute because I'm not doing any preheating. I want the water to be as hot as possible. Okay, so here is the portafilter, for want of a better word. I like to use one of these little things, little what do you call them? Filters, funnels. That's the word. Just because I like to be able to do this without the coffee going everywhere. Don't think it has. And do your WD-T because my grinder does tend to leave quite a lot of lumps. That's nice and even. And I went for the extra option of the self-leveling tamp because if there's a way of me getting something squint, I'll find it out. I'll do it basically. So tamp this here and quite gently, because I've noticed it puffs up quite a lot, especially when it's fine. Comes up quite a puff of coffee. I don't like to waste anything. Coffee's not cheap. A lot of hard work goes into producing it, so I always use the brush to get every last grain out of it. There. Now, I don't know whether to use the instruction manual says use paper and paper or the filter thing. Apologies, the terminology is escaping me right now. But I just use both because why not? The water is clearer when I use both. It doesn't seem to. It stays separate from the coffee, so I like to use both. So put the filter in here, filter paper in. I've already used this once before. It says in the instruction manual, Cafelat instruction manual, you can be reused if you rinse it. It doesn't say how many times. And then we have the thing on top of that and push down. So that's us, we're ready to go, except for the boiling water, so I'll boil that, and this might be a case of editing later. In the background here we have the Sage machine dual temp pro, which I use, probably the same amount as the Cafelat. I only recently got the Cafelat. Yeah, it's a different experience. Contrary to what some people say, I have had bad espressos out of this, but I'm sure I'm entirely certain it's down to user error. But I've also had amazingly fantastic ones as well. And assuming I get the grind settings right, I don't tend to find that level of inconsistency actually with the machine. Though what you have with the machine is if you've ground too fine your stuff, it just doesn't come through properly. Whereas you can vary the pressure with. So I like manual things. I like to have that choice. Right, not going to waste any time as it's boiled. And so pour this in. It says 8mm or so above. I can never really estimate that. So I just go for a reasonable amount below the rim. That looks about right for seeing that. Nice and clear. Coffee is not being mixing at all, and so always remember to raise the arms. That's something I couldn't work out why I couldn't get the filter in before. Raise them right up and put a fair amount of pressure up to make sure both sides go in, and then just turn it around until it doesn't go around any further, and that's it. And they should be a little bit loose. Just let these drop. And a cup would be handy, wouldn't it? There we go, there's one. And what I do is I just kneel down and pre-infuse it. So I just put these down very gently until I can see a little bit starting to come through the bottom, and then leave that for a few seconds, and then we can just go. I know I need to get the camera under here next time. I don't have the pressure gauge, so I'm just looking at it visually. It's looking good. You stand up to get a bit more pressure. I think I've moved on this a little bit, ground this a little bit too fine. Probably can't see because I'm in front here. Right down to the bottom. There's quite a bit of pressure involved here. Just like that. Yeah, that does look good. Next time I'll bring the camera down so you can see how it's looking from the naked portafilter. I'll just let that go. And I always go in this IKEA cup. The bottom of the handle usually means you've got the right amount. So that's that. So there's a coffee. And tasting. Too hot to taste it better. Let it